Hi folks, this is Gaurav from MySmartPrice and welcome to another review on our channel. Today we are checking out the Meizu MX5 in detail. Meizu MX5 is the Chinese company's first offering in the affordable flagship smartphone space. Sporting an aluminum unibody design, the latest Mediatek Helios X10 SoC, a fingerprint scanner and a 20.7 megapixel rear camera, the MX5 packs in a lot of features and is priced attractively too. Let us find out if this phone is worth buying in our detailed review. The Meizu MX5's design takes a lot of inspiration from the Apple iPhone 6. The front portion of the Meizu MX5 is dominated by the 5.5-inch display. At the bottom of the display is a single back button. There are no capacitive buttons for navigation. This button also incorporates a fingerprint scanner. Above the display, one can find the earpiece, front camera, and a LED light for notifications. The bottom edge of the phone has a machine-drilled holes for the speaker, the micro USB port, and a primary microphone. At the top, the phone gets a secondary microphone and a 3.5mm audio port. Moving on the right side, we have the volume rocker keys and a power button here. The SIM tray uses nano SIM cards and is located on the left side. Moving on the rear, we have the 20.7 megapixel camera along with a flash module with a laser-aided Focusrite. Overall, the phone feels quite well built and feels sturdy as well. We received the silver version of the MX5 for review, but it is also available in gold and dark grey color variants. The phone is fairly thin at 7.6mm with a screen to body ratio of 74.5%. The Meizu MX5 gets a 5.5-inch 1080p IPS LCD display with a pixel density of 401 pixel per inch with a Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection. Overall, the display looks great thanks to the use of pastel shades used on a FlymeOS UI. Some users, however, did complain about a yellowish tinge in the display. This unit, however, did not face that issue. You can anyway modify the color temperature of the screen in the settings menu. We noticed that the sunlight legibility of the display is good. The ambient light sensor also works pretty well as well and adjusts the screen brightness accordingly. All in all, we actually think the MX5 has one of the best displays on a phone in this price range. The MX5 is powered by Mediatek's new Helios X10 64-bit octa-core SoC. The Helios X10 is rebranded MT6795 processor with 8 Cortex-A53 cores clocked at 2.2 GHz each. This SoC also has a PowerVR G6200 GPU for graphics. Meizu packs in 3GB of RAM and a 16GB of internal storage space on MX5, of which only around 12GB is available for the user while the rest is used by the OS. Sadly, there is no option to add memory cards and increase the storage space. This is a big drawback for such a powerful smartphone. The MX5 is a dual SIM device that uses 2 nano SIM cards and both these cards can connect to 4G networks in India. Other connectivity options include Wi-Fi, ABGN, AC with the support for Wi-Fi Direct and Bluetooth version 4.1. The MX5 has a GPS with 8 GPS and GLONASS. It also has sensors like accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity sensor and compass. There is a 3100 mAh battery under the hood powering the device. MX5 runs Android 5.0.1 Lollipop with a layer of Meizu's custom-made FlymeOS 4.2.51 UI. This UI is starkly different from that of a stock Android. New users will have a difficult time adjusting to the UI because there are no capacitive buttons for the navigation. In fact, there are no on-screen buttons either. You will have to use gestures on the home button to navigate through the menu. For example, to open up the multitasking panel, one has to slowly swipe upwards from the left or the right side of the home button. A swipe up will take you to the previous menu option and works as a gesture for the back button. The best aspect of the MX5 is the fact that there is little bloatware on the phone. One drawback we noticed with the phone is the fact that the notification slider doesn't have a shortcut to settings. The phone supports various themes for customization. The fingerprint scanner is easy to set up and can store 5 different fingerprints. MX5 has a 20.7 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture, a dual LED flash and a laser assisted autofocus. This camera can also shoot 4K videos. Now this is a big plus. There is also a 5 megapixel front facing camera which can shoot up to 1080p videos. The camera app has a minimalistic design. It offers different shooting modes including auto, manual, beauty, panorama, light field, scan, slow motion, and micro. The menu options include options for flash, edit, and front camera. Also on this panel is the action bar, which provides access to the other settings like setting photo resolution and video size. By default, the camera records video at 1080p, but do note that it can also shoot 4K videos. The images shot by 20.7 megapixel primary camera were full of details. We did, however, face issues with the autofocus while attempting a close-up shots. We also noticed some barrel distortion around the edges of some photos as well. The low light performance of the camera is not up to the mark and most of our images were grainy. Here are a few sample images. The front-facing 5 megapixel camera also captures some decently detailed selfies and will definitely capture the fancy of selfie lovers. The phone, apart from taking 4K videos, is also capable of capturing slow motion videos in 720p at 120 frames per second. Here are some video samples. The MX5 offers great audio quality thanks to Meizu's history of making MP3 players. The default audio player on the phone has a Dirac HD sound inbuilt in the app. It can be used to enhance the sound quality of few earphones that have been predetermined. Unfortunately, Meizu doesn't provide earphones in the box. However, our reference earphones work really well and the sound quality was great too. The loudspeaker does get really loud, but the overall quality could have been better. The phone's default video player managed to play all the video files we threw at it, including the high-resolution 4K videos too. When the MX5 was first launched in China, Meizu ran the Antutu benchmark test on stage and score was very high, 53,330. However, we only managed to get score of 49,067. In daily usage, the MX5 ended up being a great performer with a very little lag or slowness. It played graphics-intensive games like Asphalt 8 and Modern Combat 5 without any stutterings. The fingerprint scanner is also very fast and responsive. The earpiece of the MX5 is of really good quality. In a phone call, we could hear the person on the other side crystal clear. The 3100 mAh battery on the Meizu MX5 supports M-Charge fast charging technology inside. This ensures that you can charge the battery from 0 to 25% in just 10 minutes. To get to 60%, it would take another 30 minutes. For a full charge, the phone took almost an hour and a half. The battery easily lasts a day on a heavy usage of hours of WhatsApp chats, around an hour of phone calls, half an hour of gaming, and an hour of multimedia consumption. And while doing this, the phone was constantly connected to a 4G network. The Meizu MX5 is available for Rs 19,999. At this price, the phone competes with several feature-packed devices, including the likes of Moto X Play and the Honor 7. The major drawback of the phone is the 16GB of internal storage with no option for a memory card. The camera was also not spectacular in spite of the high resolution. Barring these minor inconveniences, the MX5 is a really good buy. So that was a review of the Meizu MX5. In case you have any queries regarding this video, please let us know in the comment section below. You can also tweet your queries to my Twitter handle, that's @GauravH1. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel for our future videos. This is Gaurav signing off for MySmartPrice.